Do you have a nagging feeling that you're underutilizing ActiveCampaign? I'm Karanda Adair, certified automation service provider. And if you feel a pang every time that charge hits your credit card because you know you're not using it to the fullest, then keep watching. In this video, I'm going to show you 4 features of ActiveCampaign that you can use to dramatically improve your marketing results. The first feature is custom fields. Custom fields allow you to store information about your contacts to help you know exactly what it is they care about. That allows you to send better, more relevant messaging that's more likely to get opens, clicks, and people buying your services. So to get to custom fields, you're going to go to contacts and you're going to go to fields, and then you're going to see access to any custom fields that you've created. Now, there's some general ones that are there by default, but you can literally create any custom field that you like, and it can be drop downs, text boxes, open text fields. You can store anything from their birthday to their pet's name to whether they like downhill or cross country skiing better. It's really up to your imagination and what is important for you to know about your potential customers. So take a few minutes and brainstorm 10 things that you would want to know about your contacts so that you could send them better messaging. The next feature is site tracking. Site tracking allows you to put a little piece of code on your website, and that allows you to know when your subscribers are visiting pages on your website. So if you have important pages like sales pages or call booking pages or webinar replay pages, you're going to be able to know when your subscribers have visited those pages. You're going to find site tracking in the website tab underneath site tracking, and that's where you can grab the little piece of code and you're going to place that everywhere in your website just like you would Google Analytics. So next time you're in ActiveCampaign, make sure that you grab that code and make sure it's on your website. Once you have site tracking turned on, you can go to a contact and now you can see in their history exactly which pages they visited on your site. The next feature is segmenting. This is a really powerful feature that allows you to divide your subscribers into different buckets based on their interests, geography, age, stage of business, or whatever else you know about them. Again, it's all about being relevant. The problem with segments is that they can be a little bit hard to find. So the first place that you're probably going to encounter segments is when you're sending a campaign. You go and you choose a list to send your campaign to, and here's a segment selector. So you can select a segment that you've already created, or you can create a new segment. This is where a lot of people do what I call sudden segment syndrome, where you're in the moment and you think, oh, I want to separate and just send to this group of people. You create a new segment and it just gives it the default name that ActiveCampaign chooses for it. And then when you come back later, you're not sure why you created that segment, what it means. And so let me know in the comments if you've done this, if you've been a victim of sudden segment syndrome. It's super common, no shade. But let me show you a couple other places that you can also find segments so that you can be a little more intentional. The second place you're going to find segments is in the contacts screen. So if you go to contacts and you go to the search window and click advanced search, now you're going to have the full searching power of ActiveCampaign at your disposal. So you can define your criteria. So let's pretend that you are doing a webinar and you want a segment of people who have registered for the webinar. So we're going to search for a tag that they registered for the webinar. And now when you click search and you get that group of people, you can go back here and you can save that as a segment and you can give it a meaningful name that you're going to know what it means later. And then you can come back and you can use that segment anytime that you're sending a campaign. The third place that you're going to find segments is when you're looking at your list screen, and you can go to any of your lists and go to this drop down over here, and then you can see the segments here, and it's going to show you all the segments that you have for that list. So those are 3 places that you can find segments. And what you should do now is you should figure out what are some buckets that you can put your contacts into so that you can create more relevant messaging for them. The last feature that we're going to talk about is conditional content. Conditional content is a super powerful way to send different messages within the same email to different segments of people. So looking at our webinar example here, we have a section here that will go to people who attended the webinar and a section that will go to people who did not attend the webinar. So if someone attended your webinar, they've seen your pitch and you might want to have your call to action be to actually go and buy your offer. But if they did not attend the webinar, then you might want to have your call to action be, hey, go and watch the replay. right? So those are two different messages that you can send in the same email, and you're just going to define, similar to search, you're going to be able to define those criteria within each section, and then only those people are going to see that message. One way that I've used conditional content is sometimes I will have events or things that I think my clients will be interested in, and so I will send them a marketing email, but I'll send a special message that says, hey, I know you're already a client, but I think this event is going to have value for you, and here's why. And it just lets them know I'm not just sending them marketing for things they already own without thinking about it. And it makes people really feel seen and appreciated. So, what are some ways that you could send some hyper relevant conditional content in your next email? If you found this useful and you want to know more, sign up for my free resource, Hidden Gems of ActiveCampaign, at carveldigital.com/gems. I'll put the link in the description. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up and comment down below if you've ever been guilty of sudden segment syndrome and how you're going to use these 4 features in your business. I'll see you in the next video. Click to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss a video. Cool.